Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. It is indeed my honor and privilege to welcome the honorable guests, faculty members, my dear students, General Khalid Maqbool, General Jafri, Sayyid Fakhr Iman, Amir Gauri Sir, and IG Sir. Punjab University being the oldest institution, surely it is our responsibility to run the university as per the national and international requirements. What is the scope of the university? And I think, unfortunately, this incident of 5th of August, in which India, the Modi government, withdraw the 370 and 35A resolution for Indian occupied Kashmir and impose the curfew in the region where the Kashmiri people have no access to information. Again, there are violations of the human rights, violation of the Indian Supreme Court direction, in which the Supreme Court directed the political government to allow the political leadership to go into the Indian occupied Kashmir, but they didn't allow. Because of the fact what is happening in Kashmir, Indian occupied Kashmir, the international community, the people should not be aware of what is happening over there. It is very unfortunate. The United Nations, which they have got the scope, the purview, the human rights violations in which this United Nations was established. United Nations Security Council resolutions are there, but unfortunately, United Nations has failed to implement those resolutions. But what happened? After 5th of August, all the nation stood up with the Pakistan Armed Forces, with the Kashmiri people, that they should be given the right of self-determination. And I think up to now, Pakistan government, Pakistani people, they have been successful to some extent. One is that the nation is fully activated. The electronic and print media has played a vital role in charging the community, the society, and the nation. Secondly, the speech of Prime Minister in the United Nations on 27th of September, one of the popular speech in the United Nations so far as per the international media, in which he played the case of Kashmir as well as the Islamic countries at the United Nations. We acknowledge, and as a Pakistani, as a nation, we appreciate. What further needs to be done? I think at the national level as well as at the international level. The national level, I think the political and economics issue should be settled at the national level. Wherever there is a gap, I think that gap needs to be filled. Whereas at the international level, the diplomacy, aggressive diplomacy is required. Aggressive diplomacy means we need to tell the international community, in which I think a one-week visit of the Prime Minister and his team to the United Nations, no doubt they played a vital role during that meeting. But I think now after the meeting, this is the second phase now, we need to tell the We need to tell the international community, because as a professor, when I teach my students that there are 3 parameters. One is we need to deliver the knowledge to you, and the second one is the skill. Can you apply that knowledge practically? And the third one is the attitude, the values. The skill and the knowledge can be taken as an average. If one has got 90% in one of the module with 80% in practical, the average becomes 85. But attitude is multiplied. Values are multiplied. And we need to tell to the international community that one side you have the political interest, you have the economical interest. The other side, there is a violation in the human rights, there is a violation in the moral values. Which side you have to, at least you need to give a proper weightage. I believe it should be given to the moral values and human rights. Therefore, the political interest and economic interest should be lower than the moral values and the human rights violation. The good thing about which I was telling at the national level, I think these 2 dates, 27th of February and 27th of September, these will be always remembered in the history of the United Nations as well as in the Pakistan and Islamic history. Our defense forces on 27th of February, you have seen, the international community has seen the way our defense forces protected our homeland. We are proud of them. No doubt in that the Pakistan forces, India is 7 times bigger than Pakistan. But the power of Iman, the Iman as well as the intention of Shahada, which our forces have in their heart, I think nobody, no force in the world, they can compete with the Pakistan force. Therefore, sometimes some of the intellectuals, they try to depress, sometimes through the electronic media, through the print media, and giving a survey that Pakistan forces are at number 15. No. Pakistani forces are second to none, that they have proven record. You can see the 12 years war in Afghanistan, and now the way the world, only one word in which President Trump, he said, the Pakistanis are a tough nation. This tough, inverted, it is very meaningful. Therefore, we are proud that we are a tough nation. Therefore, I think because the experts in diplomacy, they are here, I will simply request the chairman, Kashmir Committee, as well as to the government, up to so far, the government as well as Pakistani nation, they have played a very successful innings up to now. But from now onward, aggressive diplomacy, the delegations should be sent to the international community, where the Prime Minister, the President, the Chief of Army Staff, the Kashmir Committee or the Foreign Office, they can play their role. I think that will be, at this stage, it is required. We should be clear about the objective, that is right of self-determination for the Indian occupied Kashmiri people. Second is that all the resolutions which are available in the United Nations, those should be implemented. And United Nations should play our aggressive diplomacy, I mean that United Nations should come forward and they should implement those resolutions which exist at the United Nations. All the actions should be through the United Nations. And I think at this stage, I think this is very much required. I will give only two examples. I remember, I think 10, 15 days back, one of the army officer, he was with me, and he said, Dr. Saab, in summer, I was going to my unit, and I saw my children bus standing on the road. It was very hot. And I asked, what has happened? And they said, our bus is out of order, and we have called the mechanic, and they will maintain it, and then we will move. Then the general asked, how much time it happens? He said that the kids said, it is almost often. He said, okay. He went to his unit, and he ordered that from tomorrow, the school will be in this vicinity. The children will not go out of this unit, and they will study over here. And they prepared the classroom, the teachers, in one night. I remember the second case about General Khalid Maqbool. He was the chancellor of the university. I think out of 100 universities, I will, on the safe side, I will say, minimum he has visited 5 to 6 times in one university. I remember when I was DSA of this university, he visited 3 days continuously to all the departments of the university. Why I gave these two examples? It is not the normal situation. It is not the normal situation. If we say took it as usual, no, it will not work. We have to work according to these two examples. And the opportunities for you people who are my students who are sitting here, the opportunities, this is a beautiful country, heaven for the Pakistani nation. The resources, the opportunities which are available in this country, none of the country on the globe has such resources. We are lucky. All the opportunities, all the resources are available for you. And the community, international community, so-called, they are worried if these resources are exploited. These are made available to the nation, Pakistani people. Of course, with this strength, which I said #1 forces of the world, 60, I think this is again the second Pakistan at the international level, in which 60% of the population, they are less than 23 years of age. So with this human capital, with these resources, with these opportunities, I have served at the international level. I have been studying in UK. The developed countries, the developing countries, the opportunities which are available in this country for youth people, for you people, I think we are lucky and we need to be united. These differences, we were lucky, I think 10, 15 days back, we had the National Conference on Kashmir, you know it well, in which all the political parties, the Punjab University has got the credit, in which all the national political leadership from all walk of life, from the People's Party, from the PTI, from the Pakistan Muslim League Noon, from Jamaat-e-Islami, from the electronic media, print media, all the persons from the society were present. I think that were the best example of unity of the Pakistani nation. And we expect the same in the future as well. At this specific issue, a strong message has been given to the Prime Minister when he was speaking in the United Nations, that all the people, all Pakistani nation stands with the government on this Kashmir issue. And inshallah, with these determination, I have no doubt we will be able to achieve the objective with these strong human resource, human capital, and with this strong forces of our beloved country. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.